Hi, this is Dave with DRH Acrylic Creations. Today we're going to be doing a flip cup, but using the Sheleeartstyle cell activators and method of mixing paints. My paints are thicker than they normally would be for standard fluid art, but I think this might work. My color palette is below. Colors you will see there are 3 pigments: Meteorite, which is the gray silver, Pinot Gris, which is the interference green, and Mermaid, which is a tealish, bluish with a shift to the green side. The 3 tube paints I have a custom blue, which is a little tiny dab of brilliant blue by Liquitex, and a whole bunch of titanium white. So it's a lighter blue. The second one is teal, and that's by Golden. And the third one is Cobalt Turquoise. So those are our color layers. For this one, I mixed up 3 cell activators. The one that's going to go into the cup, first thing on the cup, is going to be Indigo by ACRYLIC Interactive. And that's mixed with 3 parts Australian floetrol to 1 part paint. The other 2 cell activators are Lamp Black and Titanium White, mixed the same way. Now my thought on this is that I'm going to end up doing a swipe at the end. And I'm going to use the white and the black as an after, so I get that mottled, or that double color look with these cells. At least that's what's in my head, so let me get you down to the canvas now. Okay, I pulled out my silicone cup. I used to use these for whenever I was doing ring pours, give me more control with it. But I thought this would be big enough for the right size for what we need. Okay, the first thing going in is going to be Indigo. This is the ACRYLIC Interactive, and it's mixed with 3 parts Australian floetrol. And as I'm actually seeing that it's a bit thick, and it's probably going to be problematic. It'll still give me some cells, but it won't be as dramatic as I'd hoped. But let's see. That's my guess at this point. Next color going in, this is Meteorite, and I'm going to fill the entire bottom and cover up the cell activator here. I want this color to be on top to create some interest. Now this is going to be a dual mix here. This is the Pinot Gris and the light blue, my custom light blue. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to layer them side by side. Next is Teal, the golden teal, and golden's Cobalt Turquoise. Turned the canvas and so that I could put this in the opposite direction of the first 2 colors, so it's at the bias. And last is going to go Mermaid on top of that. And I'm going to just cover the entire surface of this, so that the entire cup is covered with the Mermaid. Now, you have to think in reverse. We had a cell activator that went in first, and this is the last. Now I'm going to take these, and it's going to flip over onto the canvas. So what I'm putting in now is actually going to be my base color. Pick that up, pull the canvas over. And flip it. Adjust it a little bit. Now, pulled up my PPG Multi-Pro. This is what I normally use for a pillow when I'm working normal bloom technique. But because this is more traditional style, this would be a flow extender. Okay, I'm just tapping to help the paints flow down to make their way to the canvas, and we get rid of this base. And I'll pull this up and spin it, get some interest going. Looks almost like it's all the teals and the turquoise. So at that point I'm going, I guess lots in my cup still. And it's like I suspected. The indigo did not flow as well as I would have liked to. So I'm going to find a solution for this. I'm going to grab myself one of my spoons and scrape it, put it on the outside, around the outside of the color layer. And if nothing else, it'll become part of the flow extender. Now I have quite a bit of paint down on that little tiny 12-inch round. It'll be interesting to see what pops up as we go along here. Okay, I've put my cell activator, my black and white cell activator on the back, and I'm just doing a swirl, wave function, swipe on that. You can see that the cells haven't opened up nicely. And normally what I would have, I'd have the pillow paint that allow me to spread the color layer out, and I wouldn't have it that close to the edge of the white at this point. So I'm really wondering how this is going to work out, if I'm going to actually be able to get it over to the sides. There's plenty of paint here. I'm starting to be able to see the other colors pop through, and that's what I was kind of hoping for. But a lot of my outside color layers are folding under as it rolls that way. I thought about possibly putting some more pillow paint down, but I really did feel like I had enough paint, so I was going to have to sacrifice some of the color layer. And you can see that just now, if you watch the rings on that, you can see that they're actually rolling over the top of that. The color layers are rolling over the top of that. It's not ideal. It's not really what I would have liked to have done, but this is a new idea for this. Well, it's an old idea, but a new concept for the Sheleeart style of painting. So we'll just roll with it for right now. I'll tweak it and improve on it as time goes on. Now, if you happen to miss anything while we go along here, don't sweat it too much. I'll have it links down in the description, and all my colors and everything will be there, along with anything else that I use, the links to where you can find them. Okay, about stretching out enough. I think I'm getting ready to be able to spin this out. Notice I am not spinning very fast at all. Although I want to get some of the paint off the canvas, it's more important that I watch what's happening with cells and get an idea what the composition is going to look like. This was one of these pieces so far that I wish I could have stopped earlier, and I have a sense that it's going to change pretty dramatically, because if I could stop right there where I am now, I would be ecstatic. But there is a lot of paint. I'm seeing a lot of motion moving on the paint, and I still have a little bit of dry canvas sitting over by my left-hand side. do a little bit of finger painting here. And nothing has gone along with the sides yet, so there's no choice. I have to spin more, and I'm gonna have to spin a lot more. It's one of the things that happens with the pillow paint. The pillow paint will flow and allow the color layers not to have to stretch out as much. So I'm going to have to figure a way to do this with more pillow paint and less colors, I think. It's one of the nice things about experimenting, trying new things, is that you find out there are changes you have to make. This is what this experiment has been, what I'm finding with this. So I'm gonna go around and fill in some of the canvas on the sides that I wasn't getting as much coverage as I would like. Drag some of the paint that is coming down, because it will happen a lot, just like with anything else. It'll basically stop where it's the driest, so your paint doesn't continue to flow. So you have to do something. This is the best solution I've had at the spur of the moment. Okay, I think I'm about ready to take you down for the flyover. I really love these big juicy cells and the little ones that are there. Not crazy about the wonky cells on the side, but I'll go with that. If you found this video today useful, I invite you to leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and ring the bell for notifications of videos that I'll put out. It's my goal to put out at least 2 per week, and I'm hoping you're finding them both enjoyable and useful. I want to thank you for being here and hope to see you again soon. Bye now.